OTC, it just stands right ahead of the curve, and it's usually something that's an achievement awarded to people who beat whatever tier of raid that is on heroic before the next raid tier unlocks. People get really elitist with that, and it's so funny to see it all the fucking time. I just don't understand people. It's like, you want them to have this achievement when they need to do this thing to get the achievement, but you don't want them to try to get the achievement. You only want people with the achievement already. Right, okay.
I mean, that also comes down to, like, and they expect you to do it as a pug. I guess if you can do it as a pug, it qualifies you to be in a structured guild type raid. I have no idea. A lot of it was back asswards anyway. All the DPS counters and whatnot. I know that, like, if you're in a serious guild and you want to raid, and the guild is a raiding guild, and you're raiding 4 nights out of the week, or whatever it is, yeah, no, like, run the meta. Only wear the things that make you do the things that you're supposed to do. Do it. Like, that's what you're supposed to. Have the correct, trade skills. That way you get the appropriate bonuses for the class that you're trying to run. Like, it's fine, but I fell out of that real quick because, number one, I was already working for a living. And I didn't feel like taking on a different job in a cartoon world that I was paying to be in.
Yeah, when I used to do raiding in Legion for retail, I was putting in about 80 hours a week into just that, like the actual fights and then the analysis thereafter. It was just, ugh. It absolutely became a second job. And it wasn't fun after a while. Like, it's kind of put me off raiding for a while, and it also doesn't help that I hurt my wrist being a turbo tryhard. Well, I was playing
turbo.
Well, yeah, like I was playing Demon Hunter, and the actions per minute, or APM, for that class at that time was around 110. And in order to compensate for your lag and the world lag, you ended up having to do about 130 to 150 actions per minute just to make sure your spells and abilities were going off at exactly the right time. And that causes a lot of damage to your wrists if you don't have your hands positioned properly on your keyboard.
You say that, I remember looking at, what was it? It was Final Fantasy XIV, because I thought I'd give that a try. I never downloaded it, and I never did. But it was during that time, about a month back, where I really wanted something with good hand-to-hand combat, right? Whether it was martial arts or what. Like, a good example would be like, have you ever played Max Payne?
I have, actually.
I have not.
There's a mod for it that was really good that pretty much turned you into Neo from the Matrix. So, and I say that in the sense of, like, you had all the kung fu.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, it was really good, and that was really satisfying with the bullet time, and bullet time was a new concept at that particular time. It was good. But since then, I haven't really found a good hand-to-hand system. I think Neverwinter came okay with it because you had some good stuff, and that was based on Dungeons and Dragons. Neverwinter Nights, not the garbage MMO that's out right now with like 50 different currencies and other bullshit. So it was more D&D based, and even still, I think even when they released Pillars of Eternity, that was like a really satisfying monk build. You didn't have to be weapons. I wanted bare-fisted combat because it was challenging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still looking for that bare-fisted, like, you have all these wonderful weapons, and they're glorious, and they shine, and they spew fire from their ends. But I want somebody who could beat the fuck out of you, literally. Right? Like, it's like, oh, fancy weapons. Right. Don't care. Here we go. And I think I even challenged myself a few times with Dark Souls, like all 3 Dark Souls, and it got worse every iteration. But barehanded Dark Souls is something to behold, especially if you get your parries just right. You just stun lock everything that's humanoid. It is a glorious thing. Which brings me to Elden Ring, which you can use bare fist, but it's garbage. Like, I think it was Scumnut, of all people. He had gone through and tried doing a bare fist build, and of course he was doing stuff with, what was it? I think he was modifying his stats, so we'll just call it a mod. Right, so, and hand-to-hand is based heavily on strength and secondarily dex, or agility, or whatever the counter that they have in there. And did I not? I could have sworn I gifted you.
Yeah, I think it's 6 months. But the random pop-up said 3. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it only counts how many you've been subscribed for, not how long you've prepaid.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. I was making sure because I was trying to make sure that nobody involved in this was actually out of pocket and trying to get the badges. Anyway, so he bursted them all to 99, and mind you, when he was first starting off, he was hitting for like 2 points of damage, but there was a lot of nimbly-bimbly bouncing around and dodging. He bursted it up to 99 for both of those stats, and it went up to 4 damage a hit, which was laughable. I'm like, oh. So you can't bare fist, you cannot fist your way through Elden Ring, and that really broke my heart. It really did.
I would hope you don't fist through Elden Ring.
Oh man, given the chance, I would fist
Your
every
heart was
game.
broken because you couldn't go fisting.
That's right.
I see.
Both fists.
Oh my.
Oh.
So you dual fisted. Oh no, oh no.
In Elden Ring, you could power stance your fist, which means you hit with both at the same time. So.
Oh. Oh no.
Well then.
All I can hear is like from if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device. I cast fist.
I mean, technically, if you roll a monk, you can fist things.
That's true.
Did my mouse
Oh
lock?
my.
Did my mouse turn off? Don't tell me my mouse turned off. No,
Well,
mouse.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Well, no, I've got this awesome like Razer mouse, and it's fantastic, but it dies in battery real quick. But I was looking at Crit Chicken's little sub icon, and it has the second layer of awesomeness.
What do you mean?
Well, look at the chat. Look at your little Wi-Fi signal. You got your second
Oh
bar.
yeah, it's slowly growing.
It is.
Oh yes, rank 3 Starfall. Everything will die. Haha. I was using rank 1, okay, and I was still getting things down, but now I'm just a powerhouse of death.
Nice.
I was also using rank 1 Insect Swarm because I swapped over from Resto to Bumpkin without even thinking about it, so all my stuff is officially raised up so I can kill things efficiently.
Nice.
Oh, it's so bad, especially with the Brutal Gladiator gear. I don't even have... I have the Brutal Gladiator gear for Resto. And I've been destroying things. Annihilating, like... Sometimes I pop, like, Nature's Grasp on myself, and I'm able to kill at least 6 things. Well, 6 or more things with, and then if things are coming close to me, I just typhoon them to like kind of like stun them a little bit, and then I still rain down more of my Hurricane and Starfall, and then at the same time, and then there's like pretty piles of death everywhere. I shouldn't be happy about that, but I am.
No, that's cool. That's awesome, actually.
Alright, let's look at this show card. Show topics.
It's like, what are you? What are you? You're dead.
You're dead to me.
Oh, I could probably use one of my crit chicken emotes or whatever in the podcast too now.
Sweet. Give me the one you want me to use, and I'll put it in, and I'll get rid of the this one because this is a default one. Because right now I'm talking with Dankwart because I want to create a, not necessarily a mascot, but something to use beyond what we currently have. And I want it to be a cat. But not only do I want it to be a cat, I want it to be heavily... Well, before I even say this, how into the furry world are either of you? Either by study or by practice?
I play a druid. I play 2 druids.
Press 1
I
to
mean
rar.
a druid.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
whoa.
Oh no.
So, there's this concept of protogens and primogens, right? And those are your Proot characters. I know Imy's in Seta's Discord, and I think Critter Cottage if you joined it. But,
Say it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in his Discord.
okay. yeah,
Not that I understand any of that. I'm just there for the emotes, which is why I joined like 40 some odd Discords.
Well, Orca Commander actually gave me the sheet on what a protogen is, which is a second generation primogen, and it is more furry-like in the sense of it's that typical stereotypical cartoon furry-like character, except that they've got a nano display for a face. And it's not necessarily a nano display, it's nanites, so it can actually form mouths and help you eat and whatnot, but it's also a light-up display. And this is on top. Arms can be mechanical, and it can have more than 2 ears, so you could have like 4 ears and whatnot, but I want to take those type of concepts and apply them to just a regular-ass cat.
Or
And-
like I could see about commissioning someone to have like either like my bumpkin character or night elf character or whatever, with like Imy as a barcode in her hands or whatever,
Yo.
with your character and Nord's character has a banner.
That would be
We're
really
supposed to have a
cool.
special guest tonight, but I don't know where Bomb went.
Well, I told him it was 10:30 Central, so
Yeah, I think I still have his phone number. I think I'll text him. Possibly. Nope,
Hey.
I don't think I do anymore.
But anyway, I kind of want to do something like that, so Dank and I'm going to pull up some concept art. I'm actually a pretty good artist. You don't know this, but I can't use Photoshop to save my life, so I'm going to use the old pencil and paper method and actually sketch some stuff out, submit it to Dankwart, let him put his dank spin on it, and dank spin, and just run with it that way and see what we can get out of it. And then, of course, ask you guys if that's what we want to do. So we'll get a sample work, and if that's the thing, then we can have a whole bunch of themed emotes with an awesome-looking cat with a digital display for a face.
Yay.
And it's much more believable now because bendable displays are a thing, right? So, and that's without knowing furry culture at all. It would just make more sense. I finally decided if I were to go furry that I would want to be a bear, but I don't want to be a sexy bear, right? Not at all. No. I want to be the Linux admin of the furries.
You'd be unbearable.
Like
Oh,
more realistic, like really thick, like far-sighted glasses. You know, the ones that are. 'Cause I'm nearsighted. Far-sighted glasses make your eyes look really small, and they're like
Wait.
they're
Would you
the
be like
Coke
double
bottles.
thick?
Yes, and Coke bottle like, right?
Oh.
You know, wearing a hat with disgruntled hair and shirts with stains and holes in it, and maybe, you know, pants, maybe stink lines. I have no idea, but I want it to be like your Linux admin of the furries. Like that's the concept I want, because I don't want all the cutesy hugs and whatnot. I want to have like the Aspergers of that particular sect. Like that's where I want to be. And it reflects me as a person much more closely than role-playing as a lovable, cuddly bear. I want to be the least amount approachable as possible.
Don't want to just be a polar bear. They're horribly unapproachable.
Or a koala bear. They don't get a lot of, yeah.
Well, we just ignore koala bears because they're just evil.
Oh, koala
They
bears.
can't even find mates. I'd be
Nope, they're-
evil too if I couldn't find a mate.
They are just purely dumb. That's the problem.
I started the local recording at the top of the hour, by the way. So we've got about, from what, 9 o'clock Central, so 45 minutes ago of just banter of bullshit. Like, it's now
Beautiful.
on record. It's been recorded. I said if I were to be a furry, this is a thing, so.
Oh boy.
Lol.
Oh whoa. Oh no.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
That is a very angry thing chasing me.
How do you know it's angry?
Well, it's destroying the ship I'm flying. I'm in a different game now because the round ended for what I was playing. But I'm in a different game now, and something horrible and evil is chasing me and trying to eat me.
Ah.
So I'm going to run away now. Whee! What is this? I've never seen this before.
The heads up, I'm really enjoying the fiber. Like, being able to process to two outputs at once is really nice.
The thing that sucks about training my skills at level 78 is the fact that I'm back down to 200 gold. And that's one thing. Oh, Lumi, that's one thing that I don't think that Imi actually got used to was when he first started playing. He's like, wait, we have to pay for our skills. I'm like, yes.
Oh man, when you had to pay for your skill. Wait, is inscription a thing?
Yes. And
Oh.
actually, one of the decks is selling for 22,000. Yeah.
Wow, inscription. I have a friend who actually took and played like literally forever and spent an insane amount of time. He was a mount hunter, right? Like if it was a mount, he had it except for one or maybe two at that particular point. Like, one of them was invincible. But the other one, what was it?
Welcome.
Mr.
Hello.
Redeemer, welcome.
It is I.
Welcome to the pre-show.
Thank you. Honestly, I thought I was late.
No,
No, you're quite early. It's 42 minutes early, in fact.
Ah, gotcha.
well, normally I start this about an hour early, but I was like, everything on Pretzel right now has been really good. I just set it to industrial and let it run. And then Imi came in and was like, hello. And I'm like, oh, well, pre-show starts now.
Don't worry. I guess you can say this wasn't a bombed run.
Yeah. God, that was bad. Even for you, that was bad.
I guess I'll mind my own business.
Lol.
I didn't show you this, Mr. Redeemer, but I'm going to, if you're watching the stream, are you watching the stream right now? Please say you're watching the stream.
We
He
seem to have
says
lost
nothing.
them already.
Oh no.
Interest is gone. Now we just have the shell of a
Oh.
Redeemer.
I see. Now his mic died. Technical difficulties temporarily.
Rip.
Mike died.
No, but it was actually nice because he actually got to experience the Wrathgate. He got to experience a lot of stuff that you don't really you pass by typically in retail now. I mean, you have all these fancy doohickeys and this and that and the other thing. I'm glad that they're being more inclusive and stuff like that. But I think even when I was talking to my GM at my job, I'm like, I think what I like about classic is you can level a character, and heroics and just rating and stuff like that is it. You don't have to do Mythic 1, Mythic 2, Mythic 3, Mythic 4, Mythic 5, Mythic, and on and on. You get stuck in the loop of, having to keep pushing. You could just, it's more friendly for a casual player, I think.
Gotcha. All right, Bomb, are you watching?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm going to do a scene change. The thing I forget to do when we start the damn show. So, let's talk with Amy, and this seems like something we can do when we have special guests on.
Look, it's me.
Oh, I
should be
love
bouncing.
that.
Yeah, look at that.
That is awesome. Thank you,
The angry
sir.
barcode is angry.
So,
He's not angry, he's just constipated.
Oof. Yikes.
Speaking of constipated, so will I be after I finish this whole bag of sunflower seeds. If I can get the damn thing open.
either that or it's going to feel like shitting large grains of sand, one of the two.
Well, considering I eat them shell and all.
Oh no, Hamtaro.
Ham
Oh no,
taro.
don't tell. That will be a new quest in World of Warcraft, except at the Amber Ledge. Go look through bomber seeds.
Wait, does that mean we're going to be receiving his seed?
I guess so. It's not
Gross.
like
No.
giving seed. I'm sorry, Rusted Druids.
No.
I think
Gross.
Let's see here, hold on. Viewer rewards, content, community. Roles manager. Let's open a new tab.
Yes. Hi, Scout. You do not need to be on the desk right now, dude.
Oh, is that your doggo's name?
My cat.
Oh, I have a dog named Scout. Sometimes we call him
Aw.
Scoot because he likes dragging his butt for fun.
There we go.
We call this one Scoot because he gets the zoomies. And he goes scooting through the house.
I have 10 VIP slots, and I'm putting you in one of them. That way you can do links without being a moderator.
VIP.
Yeah, here, try
Quick,
it out.
link Pornhub. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it got very quiet after that.
I'm sorry.
We're waiting on the link.
No.
All right, so
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that.
So this is the last of the strawberry cider, and keep in mind I have had 3 out of 4 of these, and I had 4 left. And then after that, I'm going to go grab my 2 warm shiners, and that's what's going to be for the show. Out of curiosity, Amy, do you have a Shiner Bock in Canada?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not aware of it.
Not aware of it. Well, if you do find it, it is really good. It's from the Spotsel Brewery in Shiner, Texas. There's a long history. In fact, I think the Spotsel Brewery is about 4 hours away from me. And if you go there, you can actually drink the beer there, which is nice. So you get it fresh from the teat, I should say. Fresh from the keg, fresh from the tap. Something like that.
I see.
It's really good.
Oh, Amy, did you do the A Tale of Valor quest in from High Lord Tyrion Fordragon?
No idea. Probably.
If you did, the Crusader Brightenbrad is a tribute character.
Oh.
Yeah. He passed away from cancer, but he could hold on. I'm gonna drop the link.
I'm glad I have push to mute.
It appears as a tribute to a real-life person in the WKL manual. Bradford C. Breidenbecker, RIP 6/18/2007, listed in the special thanks. recall him. He had been a city manager for La Habra, which is a city very close to Blizzard's office in Irving. Let's see. Chris Metzen has a segment. Rob Burdenbecker, Brad's brother, has a segment. And they buried his belongings in the Arctic Circle.
Well, that's a cold burial.
Let's see. And Adele has a hand in it. LOL. Hand of the Adele. Sorry. Fear not, young one, for this crusader shall not taste death. In life, Bradenbrad was the bearer of great deeds. Now in passing, he shall taste only paradise. The light does not abandon its champions.
Neat.
And in life, he also has an NPC dedicated to him forever, so... Yeah, I like these little memorial things.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not dying. Yay.
I just remember that. I just remember that whole quest line. Because Alex Straza plays a role in it too. Like all the, pretty much all the key, or for the most part, the key people. They're going around trying to like cleanse this crusader that got, I guess, touched by a plague or something or whatever, and he was afraid of it. And then just pay attention when you're doing that quest. Just do it. You'll see.
Elite Dangerous had something similar happen.
I'm sorry.
Not so much of a quest, more of a in-world community-driven event. The game Elite Dangerous. Several years ago, in 2018, there was a cancer patient who was unfortunately on his way out. His in-game name was the Dove Enigma, and players gathered from across the community to essentially go with him from the human inhabited bubble of space in Sol, out where we are in the galaxy now, to the center of the galaxy, to Sagittarius A and the bubble of humanity that lived out there. Because he had never been, and that's the one thing he wanted to do in the game before he unfortunately passed. So the community got together, and they all went on this expedition, and it lasted for 3 months. And I was a member of that, and we flew out and followed this guy along and hung out with him and all got to know him. And we all went out to Colonia, and at the end of the expedition, Frontier Developments, the team behind the game Elite Dangerous, put out a station in honor of him, and they named it the Dove Enigma. And you can actually still go and visit that space station in the game today.
But they said that the quest chain gives a lot of XP, by the way, so if you didn't do it so far, I recommend doing it. But that's awesome. I really do like the fact that there's certain games that offer little memorials and little Easter eggs for people that have passed.
Yeah, it's always kind of cool.
It wasn't without its hardships, though. There were a couple of player groups who followed people along through the expedition and tried to grief them by killing them in their ships. And in Elite, when you die, you get transported to the last space station you docked at. So if you're 10, 20,000 light years away from the last station you were at, that could be a couple of weeks of travel, well, you immediately get teleported back. So that's what they were doing.
Oof.
Yeah.
Talking about Elite Dangerous, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I love that game so much.
It's definitely a fun one. I was telling them about the
Enigma?
the Dove Enigma expedition that occurred in 2018 in honor of Commander Enigma. And his unfortunate loss, but in his battle of cancer.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I can't speak today.
Well, you're on a talk show, so that's a problem.
A little bit.
It'll just be more fun this way.
Can somebody else read that?
What are we reading?
We have chat.
Do you think I'm
Oh,
actually reading that?
enigmatical gaming. That is
Oh.
Enigma. So that guy,
Yes.
let me tell you about that guy. That guy used to run a show called, what was the name of your show, Enigma? I can't remember. It's been so long. But he's done things like Max Gamer Podcast. He's actually interviewed R.A. Salvatore. Like, this guy is legit. He's
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's like one of the other main co-hosts of the Pre-Patch podcast with Sendin, Agent Scruffy, and it's funny. I want to say Squid Billy, but it's what is his name? Come on, Enigma, help me out. Oh, Max Gamer, that's right. Billy the Squid. I knew it was somewhere in there. But yeah, no, the dude's absolutely amazing and a whiz at podcasting. He is literally my hero.
That is awesome. Well, welcome to the chat, Enigma. Wow, I'm going to get that right one of these times.
Well, I do have a high opinion of you, sir, and I always talk high of you. It's like Mr. Boombody. He's like the world's best wingman.
I thought I was because I'm a chicken.
Ooh,
Ooh.
chicken wings.
I love all of that. That's absolutely fantastic.
Chickens can't fly.
Yes, they can.
If
You just
throw
put
them
one
hard
in, like,
enough.
A catapult. Then all you hear is.
I mean, you're not wrong. Anything in a
Feathers go-
catapult will fly.
Everywhere. They just go everywhere. And that's
I
how
mean-
pillows are made.
I've made chickens fly before. When I was tossing the chicken wings in sauce.
Oh no.
Hey, there you go.
When you put one in a catapult, though, it's called fast food.
Whoa.
Yeah, everybody's fine, Mr. Enigma. I've taken down 4 Texas strawberry ciders in under an hour. I think I'm going to stop, or else I'm not going to be able to host this damn thing. I'm a lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
if
won't
you're
be
a
a talk show. It's going to be a slur show.
I mean, I don't see the problem with that.
And that's for slur.
Heyo.
Oh, that's all right. I'm going to step away for just a second, make sure I'm ready, empty the bladder, and all the good stuff.
I'm gonna fill mine with more woo.
Hey,
woos.
Drunk History
More
is a pretty
woos.
good show.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know
All
what? You all are drinking. I'm going to go get myself something.
There you
I
go.
need to get some.
I've got a little bit of orange juice and tequila.
I was gonna have mimosas, but then I'm like, I want wine instead. But maybe I will actually open up the bottle of sparkling wine because it's not from the Champagne Valley. So it's not champagne. It's sparkling wine.
You know, I have some wine in there, but it's turned to vinegar at this point.
Cook with it.
There you go.
Ugh.
What, dude? Cook with it. Seriously.
I mean, I would, but
I thought
I
about
mean, my
making
ex
vinegars.
cooked with 30-year-old bourbon.
really?
Yeah.
That'd be
and
amazing.
And someone was like, why did you waste good bourbon? You should have just drank it.
I mean, there's definitely that question to be asked. Like, why are you wasting time? Why are you wasting a 30-year-old drink like that? But at the same time, it's 30-year-old bourbon. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, but then he also added like hot sauce with it or some weird spices to it that just
no.
overpowered the 30-year-old bourbon anyway.
If you're
That
going
was-
to cook with bourbon, you don't add anything to it.
Yeah, he did something that it was like a pepper spray almost, and like all this like hot stuff like wafted back into his eyes. He was like, it burns. I'm like, you fucking dumb shit. Don't mind me, the southern drawl sometimes comes out. It's like the South will rise again. Like, no, I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah, the South isn't going anywhere other than underwater.
Tell me about it.
More south.
Yeah.
How the freaking Florida break off from the United States and then go down like the Titanic and then have like people playing Nearer to God Than Thee.
You have an agent? Lucky.
I have
have
an
a boss.
agent, but he's a hedgehog.
Nice.
He gets angry even when I step in the door from work. He's like, like
Aw.
okay.
I want to pet that thing. I would like to pet your hedgie.
You know, he's angry. He's always angry, and then he hides like all over the cage.
All the more reason to say hi to him?
No, he hates everybody. I think he wants to murder me in my sleep.
I'm just gonna wake up one day with a hedgehog waving a wrench at you angrily. Oh wait, that'd have to be a fox and it'd have to be yellow and have two tails. Never mind.
You did this. You came home. You brought like shame upon the family.
As long as you don't spray paint it blue.
Or give it like little sneakers.
Oh my.
He'll have a hard time like running around his cage, be like tuttle tuttle tuttle, stares at the sneakers, tries to eat it. What the hell is this shit? Tuttle tuttle.
What is going on with Pretzel? I swear to God, I've heard this song like 5 different times tonight.
I don't know, I could not tell you.
Well, okay, so if you don't know anything about Pretzel, here there is YouTube Safe, in which since I'm like simulcasting to YouTube as well, I was like, okay, so I don't need copyright strikes there. It kind of limits the amount of crap that you can actually put on here, and Industrial kind of fits this, but out of 323 tracks it says it has, and it's shuffling, I've heard this song 5 times tonight. Which, by the way, is Neon Red instrumental remix from Miracle of Sound.
Turn off shuffle, turn it on again.
Well, it's a
That'll
channel.
press it. Oh,
Yeah, so it's already there, so it's not even shuffled. It's just kind of playing itself. It's its own playlist.
okay. No, I'm.
So, this is all kinds of fun. I am simultaneously reviewing chat on both windows. So I'm modding chat on both your YouTube stream and on the Twitch stream.
Nice.
Yes. Hello, YouTube chat.
Oh wait, you're live on YouTube too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, I just got
Chocolate.
fiber, man. I'm like, if I could, I'd like put in the output for Facebook, but it has to render this shit 3 times, and I don't want my laptop to explode.
You know,
you know what you do?
I could.
You get one of us to capture and restream it.
Well, what we could do, and I don't want to pay for it, and that's the problem, and that's restream.io. I could just stream there, and it would just simulcast to several different outputs, but I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since I have like a gig up, gig down, as far as symmetrical is concerned. And typically for what we're doing, we don't need a whole lot. I think
Well,
I'm broadcasting at like 47,000 kilobits per second. So,
Do you have any way to accept donations?
no, I never set it up. That's just it. This is a labor of love. I never really did this to make money. I just want to get my opinion out, whether people like it or not.
That's why we offer somewhat informed and uninformed opinions.
That's right. Because
Well-
at the end of the day, this is not we're delivering news. I'm Louie, and this is the news. No, this is like, hey, this happened, and let's talk about this bullshit. And that's the kind of feel that I've always gone for. Even like if you ever go back in my YouTube history, that's what it was. It was me just dialoguing over the bullshit that's going on. Hey, this was released. These are the features it's talking about. Let's talk about this for a second. Right. And that's the way I want to do it. Like, the news happened, that's great, but let's talk about what that means as opposed to it happened, because everybody knows it happened. Like, even with Jesse Cox's 5 Minutes News, he's regurgitating the press releases. That's what he's doing. I'd rather have an intelligent conversation of what this means, what it does, and maybe fix it. I've always been a fan of like, this is the problem, this is how we fix it. So,
Okay.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting I like delete all my cookies all the time.
cookies all
I
the
was like,
time.
why is XSplit asking me to sign in? Oh god, I can hear myself in triplicate. My monitor channel, freaking Twitch and YouTube, plus my own head, so I'm actually quadruplicate.
Look at that. All right. On that note of AFK, I'll be right back.
So how's everyone doing?
You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of killing things. Yeah, we're killing
Perfect. Nothing like some good old moiter. I like this wine, but I want something cold and boozy. I have to go buy myself some more rum, and that a Kraken. Last week when I did that Kraken hunt, I ran out.
I guess you can't release the Kraken.
No, I can't.
Oh.
I'm sad.
What? That was a good
No
one.
releasing the Kraken. No,
I
it was
know.
good. I like that.
No, the best I can do is go grab myself a mimosa, so I'll probably go do that. The really nice thing is with these wine glasses I'm using, they hold half a bottle of wine each.
Wow.
Yeah, so one, like if you fill this thing up like a quarter of the way, that's about what you would normally have in a full like actual wine glass. But if you fill this thing halfway, the volume is such that it is half a bottle of wine going into your wine glass. It is amazing. And of course, one of my friends, she was visiting for a day, and you know, she was like, "Oh, well, you know, I mean, we're gonna get drunk and it'll be fun." I'm like, "I don't drink to get drunk anymore." She's like, "No, it'll be fun, it'll be fun." I'm like, "Okay." So
no.
she, of course, fasts during the day. She eats once a day, and I eat whenever I'm hungry, which is, you know, why I'm, you know, skinny as hell. I don't usually want to eat, and so she gets her box of wine. And I immediately had fun judging her with a box of wine, which is kind of fun, because I am a wine snob. And she ended up getting super, super hammered from the wine, because she filled one of my glasses, one of these giant glasses, with halfway up, and I warned her that, you know, hey, this is gonna be a half glass of wine or half bottle of wine. She's like, no, I'll be fine. 9:30 rolls around, she was passed right the fuck out. And at one point I'm like, ooh, maybe I should check on you just to make sure you haven't died on me, because that's a whole bunch of like paperwork I don't want to deal with. Yes, this is how much I value my friends. Are you going to cause me to do paperwork? / am I going to have to worry about, you know, having police show up and having to answer a whole bunch of annoying questions of like, why is there a dead person here? Well, they drank themselves to death, and I was too lazy to check on them.
Well, you know, if life was a lot like RimWorld, we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Exactly. I could just harvest their organs. They don't need those kidneys. They're dead. They sell for a lot on the black market.
Too bad you can only get one.
Well, depends. If you give them an artificial kidney, then you can get both, which are very viable. And then
Yeah,
you
but
just
then you lose the
remove
artificial kidney.
No, just remove you can get a prosthetic kidney or whatever the fuck it is. Like the lowest level prosthesis for a kidney and all the internal organs is actually costs you less to manufacture than it does for the payout of selling the living tissue.
Oh, learned something new about RimWorld today.
No,
Was
I've
not
never,
expecting to learn
I've never experimented with that, honest. No, I've never done the math to find out that it's actually worth my while to sell people's organs entirely.
I mean, in
Why
my
would I-
current playthrough, I've just been taking in all the raiders and, let's just say, turning them into food.
My colony's full of cannibals. They love raiders. We capture them
no
alive.
colonist in my colony is cannibal. I just turn them into food and sell it.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
You're like that dude. I forget who he was, but the guy that turned into he sold people as sandwiches after his
God.
wife cheated on him or whatever.
Go on.
It was a Bailey Sarian video. She talked about it before, but let me look it up. Actually, let me look up the person.
I got spammed in a tweet.
You got
Unsolicited.
spammed.
Yeah, unsolicited. This person just freaking tweeted me and a bunch of other people saying, design. So this is their grammar, and it hurts my brain to say this. Design amazing YouTube, gaming, Twitch, Twitter banner for you. Emphasis theirs. But it should be design and amazing, not amazing. Do you not understand the difference between like when you would use and an? So
I
many people
found
get
out
that
who
wrong
it was.
too.
That's how you know it's a spam bot.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because a lot of people get that wrong too. And how'd you know it was a spam bot? Ma'am,
Here.
you said you knew how it was a spam bot?
No, I found out who the serial killer was.
Oh,
No, that was me who said it was a spam bot.
I'm confused. I'm gonna go back
Sir.
to wherever I came
But
from.
anyway.
Bruh.
Joe Metheny, the killer who made his victims into burgers and sold them to unsuspecting customers.
Yummy. How about we turn him into a Borgor?
He's
bet he
already
tastes
dead, but yeah, he
I
turned
bet he
13
tastes like
victims
chicken.
into burgers.
Well, that's enough to grind my gears.
I love it.
No.
Yes, these are good.
He was 6'1", 450-pound lumber worker.
Oh, he'd have made about, wait, you said 450 pounds?
Yeah.
Like 20 some odd steaks.
Well, 20 some odd steaks.
I wouldn't eat
That's a
him,
lot of
though.
bacon.
What's 400 and... How many ounces are in a pound? 12, right?
I don't know. You're American. You should know this.
I think it's 12.
Isn't it 8 or 16?
I'm pretty sure it's 12.
We call it
He'd have made
42,
about
you don't know.
37 and a half burgers.
No, but look at the... Hey, I mean, I sent you a
Oh,
picture
no.
of him. Look at the picture of the guy in the article with his tongue hanging out.
Ah, wait. I need to do a quick test. Ah, perfect. The soundboard is working.
You're going to make me set mine up.
Oh my, that guy's huge! He's literally a dump truck of human. Speaking of dump trucks, I need more booze. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to go get that orange juice and tequila like I said I was going to 10 minutes ago.
Have fun.
Have fun talking to chat by yourself? Well,
Oh. Hi, chat. This is the Crit Show. And I'm kidding. Oh. Why did they have to leave? Why did he have to lull at me? Did all of them leave?
Nine minutes.
Ah, welcome back.
Yep. Make sure I was ready. I have a warm Shiner Bock, and I'm going to drink this, and I think that's going to be it for me tonight.
And I have done the return.
The return?
Return!
Yay.
Yep.
I finally decided to go and get the orange juice and tequila.
Orange juice and tequila. What is that? Because vodka and tequila is a screwdriver. What is a tequila? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, orange juice and vodka is a screwdriver. What is tequila and orange juice?
Good.
Good answer. And tonight I'll monitor my Twitter feed. How's Club Redeemer going, Mr. Baum?
Club Redeemer is going okay.
I like what you've done. Like, you've got a lot of really great structure going on with the Beam Shop, Picks and Vids. You've got the different games that you're interested in separated out between Space Engineers, Raft, Hell Let Loose, and Minecraft.
I had more there. Aimee actually suggested I get rid of a couple. I had like 8 separate gaming sections.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why the Discord server I have is never going to be a community server. Just because I don't want to account for all of that.
Well, that's why I invited you guys into Club Redeemer. So, because I know your Discord servers are more for what you do with your podcast and your YouTube channel and organizing all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Club Redeemer is sort of a public place for everyone to hang out and advertise what they do.
Perfect. I like it. It's kind of like what... have you ever heard of Critter Cottage?
Cannot say that I have.
So, this has happened. This was a discussion at the top of this particular pre-show. Is like, I'm really into furry culture, but I don't want to be a furry. And I follow Seta, and Seta is a mod for Sinvicta, and I absolutely adore Sinvicta's streams because I like the Binding of Isaac, right? And what's interesting is that once you get a membership to Seta, you also get a membership to the Critter Cottage, which is where all of the furry streamers are and all the other furries. So It's interesting, and I say that mostly because it would be interesting to have Club Redeemer as a hub for different streamers, right? Where
That's sort of the idea behind it at this point. Yeah.
well, I like it. I absolutely love it. So if that's the case, that's fantastic.
Hello?
I just need more people to put in input. Like that's the suggestion channel hasn't been touched.
Well, and that's just it, right? And it's not going to be touched for a long time. If anything with content creation, it takes a literal forever to get any type of traction. Year, 2 years, some folks 10 years before they're even noticed, right? But you're actually in a good position to be a centralized point for people to get together and do things. Spending more time talking with other streamers and inviting them in and sharing ideas and whatnot, which is part of the reason why I created the guest role in my private server, is so that way I could bring in brilliant minds to talk about the news, which you did a great job. You're like, hey, you should totally talk to this dude. And I brought him in, and he came in. He hasn't said much to me, but maybe he's also getting the feel.
Hey, it's Riot. You have a new viewer and a new chatter.
Hello, Riot. But I love the idea, and if there's a way I could help, I totally would. And I'm pretty sure Amy and Crit would have the same sentiment, considering you're a game junkie, just like Amy. And now,
Yeah, I
me.
got distracted by Riot, and Riot, he killed me in game.
Oh, no.
I'm flying through freaking Ice Crown. I'm like, oh, we have a new person here. Yay! And I get attacked by a gargoyle. I'm like, oh no! I figure I can fly away in 2 hits, and I'm like, oh, there goes my corpse dropping in the air. Splat.
Sploosh.
So, I did something dumb. I went past my bowl of candies for Halloween. I obtained a coffee crisp, a Twix, and a Snickers. Now, it is the 15th today as of this recording. So Halloween had better hurry the fuck up, because I have 240 minus a few pieces of candy left.
Oh, you know what that means?
I'm going to eat them all.
You need to go buy more.
Yeah,
No.
that's how I feel. Like, I got some candy for my job or whatever, and everybody, I was initially supposed to be for kids or whatever. I still gave it out to kids too, but for the most part, it's just been us, just kind of like scrummaging through the bowl and getting all I have the Sour Punch stick thingies, and right now I actually have a bunch of those in my hands, actually sitting in my lap, and I'm like, yum, 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 yum.
Why is Me6 telling me I'm sending too many caps to my messages?
That's
don't
me.
care.
I have the moderator settings in that channel tuned way higher than they
Stupid
need
bot,
to
go to hell and die.
be. If you get warned
piece
too many times in a short
shit.
period, it will kick you from the server.
I just told off Me6. I'm actually going to block all communications from
You know,
Me6.
you know what? I'm just going to build my own moderator bot, and that's just all there is to it. Like, I'm going to finish out UDP news bot, and then I'm going to build out a bot that actually gives a shit. Like,
And it'll have blackjack and hookers.
the dude.
Ooh,
I could
like
totally do
that.
blackjack and hookers.
Oh, you know what I'm
All
going to
right,
do?
I
I'm
have
going to
blocked
make a channel
Me6.
category for blackjack and hookers. Actually, no, I can't do the hookers part. That's an SFW. That goes against my server rules.
Oh,
That else goes against the, well, no, the hookers are fine because it doesn't break the TOS for Discord. Shit, I have Me6 in the Game Junkie Discord. Damn it, I can't block Me6. Fuck.
well, you could always say that the hooker part is for like tow truck drivers.
Mm.
They call
Hey, oh
my
tow
God.
truck drivers hookers. Especially when you're the one getting towed. You fucking hooker, you give me back my car. Fuck you.
You're already one Halloween candy bag down, Riot. Wow. I mean, I can't say much. That's why I'm not handing out candy this year.
Damn, I should if the parents are trick-or-treating with their kids, I should have like those little 99-cent small little bottles and give it to the parents. Be like, here, you're probably gonna have this, need this at the end of the night.
Are you talking like the little tiny booze bottles? The
Yeah,
samples?
that they usually do for adult,
Wait.
Easter
They're
egg.
US?
Oh, they're relatively cheap.
They're like $6 or $8 where I live. God damn it!
Yeah, they're like $3 or $4 here.
Wow.
Don't
Everything
worry,
that crosses
I
the
can
border
take you to a
doubles in
place.
price.
Dude, seriously, Busch Gardens, you go there for October and stuff like that, and they give you free beer every day. What the fuck?
Yep. Oh man, I miss Busch Gardens. I haven't. been
Oh,
there.
speaking
Okay, so
of
we're gonna go
which-
to an all-inclusive, adults-only resort, so we can just like drink all day at the pool.
That's a great way to actually start the live part of the stream.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of what I did like last weekend. I was in San Antonio at the JW Marriott for an adult getaway, I should say, with my wife, which was absolutely fantastic. If there was ever a reason to go to a JW Marriott, it's the absence of children. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just
Children suck.
You know how else you can avoid having children, or you can enjoy the absence of children
How?
Wear a
by
condom.
not having children.
You
Well,
know,
there's that. Yes.
I married into children, so that
You
doesn't
shouldn't
count.
have did that.
You know, what
See,
for the fact my
I'm
wife
in a
was so
weird
amazing.
position- I'm in a weird position. I'm gonna be marrying into a kid, but also be making my own. So,
There you go.
That's
Remember.
a terrifying.
Remember what I told you as my pickup line? Well, I have a
Yep.
teenager who's self-sufficient.
that was the best pickup line I've ever been served in my life, and instantly I was like, "You have my attention." Still love it. I told my parents that. My mom laughed her ass off. She loved it.
It's not technically a child if you can, be self-sufficient, right? The hard
There
part's
you go.
over. And then you're like, I'm gonna go into chaos now. Haha.
Haha, let there be chaos. Speaking of chaos,
Speaking of,
boy, do we have a show for tonight. Holy fuck.
absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and get this all set up. Let me hit my stream marker button so that way I can keep track of stuff. And I gotta turn off pretzel too. Ugh. Here we go.
I'm probably gonna need some alcohol after we get to the Nintendo segment.
Just let me
Sorry.
drink already. I've already been drinking. This is gonna be great. Prepare for an Amy rant.
It'll be fantastic.
Brr.